Every Friday, King Street Artworks dedicates itself to Women's Day, a day where women throughout the Wairarapa can come together to share experiences and offer support through creativity.
When we started, we had a Women's Only Day because we realised that for mental health and well-being, women have a few other issues. A lot of dysfunctional relationships fall on women with spouses and children. They're often caregivers of those who are unwell as well. And mental health issues for women quite often surround gender politics. And so to create a women's only space was part of our original kaupapa.
King Street Artworks prioritises inclusivity and preserving the well-being of those who take part. With a newly refurbished gallery to exhibit attendance pieces, the team uses art to address the stigma attached to mental health.
Women's Day I love. I think in an ideal world, the necessity for Women's Day in terms of mental health issue, it wouldn't be there. It wouldn't need to be there. But on the other hand, I think it's really good for women. The lovely stuff that happens in women's culture is here anyway. And we've also often thought that we could have a men's day for the same reasons. We have people who come in quite shy, quite shut down, quite institutionalised. We've had some people of older generation part of the tail end of institutionalised care for what's deemed to be a mental health problem, and they come in and they have to ask for things that are their right. And I've seen people like that come in and then just blossom, just totally realise that they're valued and they have a lot to give.
Vanessa Maxwell is a local artist who's been struggling with anxiety since the first lockdown of 2020.
I wouldn't go into the shops. I would freak out. I would totally freak out because I just was scared of the unknown. And coming here and talking about it and just focusing on the task at hand, you know, like whether it be painting, colouring, and I've actually even done clay, but I haven't done that in such a long time. So, yeah. So it settled me down a lot. It's definitely made me more confident in terms of knowing that I can do it, I can do it, and that's pretty empowering that I can actually do something like that. I think the tutors and the artists are an amazing bunch of people, and we are like whānau. I don't know what I would do without it. It's absolutely essential. You wake up in the morning and just like, wow, you know, you're going to see your whānau, you know, your family and your friends, and it's very well connected.
Joanna Hare moved to the Wairarapa 8 years ago from London, where she worked as a fashion designer. She's now passing her skills on by tutoring women in sewing to help build self-esteem.
I used to come to King Street to do some artwork, and I just loved the whole atmosphere here and how it's just an amazing facility for us to have here. So, yeah, I love it, and was very grateful when I got the chance to come here and be one of the facilitators. I believe art is vital for our mental health. Absolutely vital. I believe doing something with your hands and being creative is very important. I'm a single woman now too, and I think women like to have their own space at times. We like to be able to feel freer to express our creativity, which is maybe not always there when it's mixed. But I think it's a really lovely thing to have Women's Day. Without creativity, I can't actually imagine what a life would be like without that. It's always been a big part of my life. And I think there was always the misconception that some people were, to be creative, you had to be really talented. But it's not, although we've got super talented people here, that's not the case. I think everything is creative. Everything that somebody might want to express on paper or with fabric is creative. So it should all be encouraged.
One of Joanna's workshop attendees, Leanne Layton, is experiencing firsthand the transformative power of creativity and kinship.
I've come a long way, and it's just I love coming here. And when I'm out here, I miss it real bad. And I can't wait till Fridays to come around and be here. I'm very inspired by the staff. They've been a great staff and always keep us, you know, safe, and they're like a rock, and they're just bubbly.
I just know it works, and I just know that people are very creative. They're born creative, but a lot of social setup and structure denies them that, or says that doesn't matter as much as this does. So they do that most of their lives, and I just see people struggling to remember that creative side. So if we could just bring that in more, it would be better. And I think a lot of people come here to King Street, and then because of who they are and because they're movers and shakers, or their mothers, their daughters, their wives, their husbands, their sons, they take it out. So it's like a beginning.
Women's Day is held every week at King Street Artworks in Masterton. For more information, you can check out their website or just head along. Ellie Franco, Local Focus.